All right, for today's explainer, we're going to do something a bit different. Instead of digging into a scientific paper or a historical text, we're going to break down something you see all the time, but maybe don't really think about: the hidden psychology of a sales page. Okay, so right off the bat, the page for this aloe vera ebook opens with a massive claim. It calls the plant an all-around talent for humans and animals. I mean, that's not exactly subtle, is it? It's a big, bold headline designed to grab your attention and make you think, wow, have I just found the solution to everything?
And that's really what we're here to do. Now, to be clear, our goal isn't to fact-check the health claims. We're not testing the aloe vera. What we are going to do is put on our detective hats and really deconstruct the sales pitch. We're going to look at it piece by piece to see how it's built and, what makes it tick.
So, how do they start building their case? Well, it's interesting. They don't hit you with a bunch of data or scientific studies. Nope, they start by calling aloe vera a Wunderpflanze, which, yeah, that's German for wonder plant. And right after that, they make a bunch of promises about what you're going to learn.
And this is the hook, right? Before they even mention a price, before you know who wrote this thing, they're telling you exactly what you're going to get out of it. It's a classic sales move, Focus on the customer's benefit first. So let's take a look at what they're actually promising.
Okay, so look at how this is structured. The first 3 points, yeah, they make sense. Learn everything, discover applications, get the author's experience. Pretty standard stuff. But that last one, 45 aloe vera cocktail recipes, that's a total curveball. It's actually pretty clever because it completely shifts the vibe from being all serious and medicinal to something fun, something for your lifestyle.
So what's the actual product here? It's not a bottle of gel or a plant. It's information. It's an ebook and a bonus ebook. And this is where it gets interesting, seeing how they build up the value of this digital package.
And this right here is super important for building what marketers call perceived value. See how they put a price tag on everything? The main book is supposedly worth about 25 euros. And that free bonus? They're telling you it's worth almost 14 euros. Suddenly, it's not just a little freebie, it's a valuable gift. It sets a baseline in your head for what this whole thing is worth.
And this quote just nails their whole marketing angle, doesn't it? For health, well-being, and party. It just perfectly ties the serious ebook and the fun cocktail bonus together. They're not just selling you a health manual. They're selling you a whole lifestyle. One that covers everything from feeling good to, having a good time.
Okay, so you've got the offer, now you need trust. How do you get someone to believe you? Well, in a world full of experts waving around their PhDs, this page does something different. It builds credibility with a story, our personal journey. Check out this timeline. It starts way back in 2003. By showing this 20-year journey, the author isn't trying to be a scientist. They're positioning themselves as a passionate, long-term user. The authority here isn't from a lab coat. It's from real life. It makes them relatable. The message is basically, hey, I'm just a regular person who spent 2 decades on this, and now I want to share what I learned with you.
And the language they use is so intentional. This knowledge I would like to pass on to you. See how that frames it? It's not a cold, hard sale. It's a generous gift. It's about sharing wisdom, which creates this personal connection. It makes you feel like you're part of something, not just a customer.
All right, so they've told a story, they've built some trust. Now it's time to get into the nitty-gritty. Let's look at the actual benefits they claim you'll get from aloe vera. We're moving from the story to the substance. Okay, so first, they introduce this term, the repair effect, or repair effect. Now, whether this is a real clinical term or not doesn't really matter for the pitch. Just using sciencey language like this makes the claims feel more legitimate, more official. It makes it sound technical and, well, more powerful. And just look at this list of applications. It's huge. We're talking anti-allergic, antifungal, wound healing, skin tightening, detox. I mean, it covers almost everything. What they're doing here is positioning aloe vera as this kind of Swiss Army knife for your health. No matter where your problem is, hey, maybe this is the solution. And to really hammer home just how versatile it is, they break it down into 2 uses, external and internal. This is a great way to circle back to that original headline, that all-around talent idea. The message is clear. It works on the outside and the inside. Okay, this brings us to the final part, the close. They've built the value, they've told a story, they've listed all the benefits. Now they have to actually get you to buy it. And they do this with a 1-2 punch that's as old as marketing itself, setting a price anchor and creating urgency.
So first, they remind you of that total value they created earlier. Remember? They add up the price of the ebook and the bonus cocktails. That number, 38.80 euros, that's the anchor. It's the high price they plant in your brain so you can compare the real price to it.
And then, boom, the reveal. The real price is just €6.90. When you see that next to the almost €40 price, the discount looks absolutely massive. It doesn't just feel like a good deal, it feels like a steal. The perceived value just shoots through the roof.
But a great price isn't always enough to make someone act right now. A lot of us would just think, oh, cool, I'll get it later. So to stop that from happening, they add urgency. 2 simple words: limited offer. Suddenly, there's a risk of missing out, which pushes you to make a decision.
And the whole thing, every single part of this page, from the big promise at the beginning, the personal story, the long list of benefits, the smart pricing, it's all been a funnel. And it all leads to this one single powerful button: order now.
So when we break down a sales page like this, what we really see is the architecture of persuasion in action. It's a mix of a good story, a clear sense of value, and these little psychological triggers, like urgency, that are all designed to turn a maybe into a yes. And it's a great reminder that, especially in the wellness world, the way you tell the story can be every bit as powerful as what you're actually selling.